The Korean wave or K-wave is the increase in global popularity of South Korean culture since the 1990s, first driven by the spread of K-dramas and K-pop across East, Southeast and South Asia during its initial stages. The Korean wave evolved from a regional development into a global phenomenon, carried by the internet and social media and the proliferation of K-pop music videos on YouTube. While some sources attribute the term Hallyu, a variation of a Japanese expression using yu as a postfix to refer way, style, group, to being first used by the Ministry of Culture and Tourism in South Korea in 1999, when the ministry produced a music CD titled in Chinese Hallyu, Song from Korea. Other scholarly sources attribute the term's ascendance from Korean television dramas first airing on Chinese television in 1997, naming the phenomenon Hallyu, meaning Korean wave. The term was adopted by Chinese media to refer to the success of South Korean popular culture in China. The term was reintroduced in Japan as Hanyu or Kanyu by the Asahi Shimbun in 2001. Since the turn of the 21st century, South Korea has emerged as a major exporter of popular culture and tourism, aspects which have become a significant part of its burgeoning economy. The growing popularity of Korean pop culture in the world was at least partly driven by the South Korean government supporting its creative industries through subsidies and funding for startups, as a form of soft power with the goal of becoming a leading global exporter of culture in line with Japanese and British culture, a niche that the United States has dominated for nearly a century. In 2014, the South Korean government allocated 1% of its annual budget to cultural industries and raised a $1 billion fund to nurture popular culture. As the popularity of K-pop songs and Korean dramas such as Gangnam Style, Moon Embracing the Sun, Squid Game and Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha accomplished international success, South Korea is now recognized as a hub of both economic and soft power akin to many Western countries with few parallels, especially for a non-Western nation. The South Korean mass media and entertainment industry has caught up with English-speaking Western countries in terms of production value, technology and talent. The success of the Korean wave is also due to the development of social networking services and online video sharing platforms, which have allowed the Korean entertainment industry to reach a sizable overseas audience since the 2000s. Korean dramas enjoy widespread availability via streaming services which often offer subtitles in multiple languages. Many K-dramas have been adapted throughout the world, achieving notable popularity in some countries. K-dramas have attracted attention for their fashion, style and culture all over the world. The Korean wave has become an influential global phenomenon since the start of the 21st century, heavily impacting the contemporary cultures, music industry, film industry, television industry, and behavioral aspects of various people throughout the world. As of the COVID-19 pandemic since 2020, the Korean wave is led by K-pop with standout acts such as BTS followed by K-dramas. The Korean term for the phenomenon of the Korean wave is Hallyu, meaning flow or wave, and referring to the diffusion of Korean culture. This term is sometimes applied differently outside of Korea. For example, overseas, Hallyu drama refers to Korean drama in general. But in Korea, Hallyu drama and Korean drama are taken to mean slightly different things. According to researcher Jengmi Kim, the term Hallyu refers only to dramas that have gained success overseas, or feature actors that are internationally recognized. The Korean wave encompasses the global awareness of different aspects of South Korean culture, including film and television, K-pop, manhwa, the Korean language, and Korean cuisine. American political scientist Joseph Nye defines the Korean wave as the growing popularity of all things Korean, from fashion and film to music and cuisine, with BTS breaking Guinness World Records by hitting billions of views on YouTube and multiple record chart to Hybe Corporation, formerly known as Big Hit Entertainment, acquiring Ithaca Holdings of Scooter Braun in 2021. Korean wave is now turning itself as a power player in global entertainment industry and International soft power arena. It is one of the few successful phenomenon from Asia that is able to break into American mainstream entertainment that was till now mostly dominated by domestic, British and European brands. As per an Iranian-American expert on global geopolitical risk and geoeconomics Afshan Malawi, the global pop culture once dominated by the West is now more globalized. The soft power of Korean wave is able to break racial prejudice and fulfill the missing representation of Asians in Western media. People from East and Southeast Asia are able to see the remarkable success achieved by